Language should be as appropriate as possible in order that your video becomes eligible for monetization. If you use blasphemous words or obscene language, your video will lose eligibility for monetization. Be careful when you use oath or swear words. Don't use dirty words. No profanities are allowed in your content. Don't show disrespectfulness or hatred towards anyone. All clips may not represent the story. English learners should watch this video as it is specially made. Check with the word profanity. It means socially offensive language. It may also be called curse words or swearing, cuss words, swear words, bad words, crude language, coarse language, oaths, blasphemous language, vulgar language, lewd language, choice words, or expletives. Avoid all these seriously. These are extremely detrimental to your monetization. According to YouTube monetization policy, profanity in the title or thumbnail image will bar your videos from monetization. Strong profanity used repeatedly in a hateful or derogatory way, strong profanity used during the beginning part of the video, strong profanity used multiple times throughout the video even if bleeped or for comedy, documentary, news, or educational purposes are all very seriously dealt with. Violence in different ways is another serious barrier to monetization. YouTube police does not recommend blood, violence or injury. In unavoidable circumstances, additional context must be included there. In case of news, educational, artistic or documentary context, additional context is necessary. Violence in the normal course of video gameplay is generally acceptable for advertising, but montages where gratuitous violence is the focal point is not. Avoid content that includes gruesome, graphic or disgusting accounts or imagery. Blood, guts, gore, sexual fluids, human or animal waste, crime scene or accident photos are not for all advertisers. Avoid content that depicts acts of violence. Avoid accounts or images of shootings, explosions, or bombings. Don't show execution videos and violent acts committed against animals. Don't go for content that depicts cruelty or gratuitous violence toward animals, such as cockfighting, bullfighting or dogfighting. Graphic violence in the context of physical altercations, public demonstrations or police brutality is another factor for demonetization. Raw footage of war casualties with graphic depictions of injury or death is unwanted. Even if only dramatized or fictional, don't show gratuitous violence against children. Hunting videos with a focal point in graphical violence, animal death or suffering can also affect your monetization. If your videos contain features that have highly sexualized themes, they will not be suitable for advertising, with limited exceptions for non-graphic sexual education videos. If you express your comedic intent, it will still not be sufficient for advertising. In order to arouse, graphic sexual acts or simulations are prohibited. Don't include sexually explicit text or audio or explicit conversations about sex. Don't use content that may be interpreted as promoting a sexual act in exchange for compensation. Even raw footage of explicit animal mating scenes is not appropriate for advertisers. Nudity is not advertise-friendly. Avoid people or representations of people that display sexual body parts such as visible genitalia, nipples or buttocks. Even when blurred or censored, your content should not focus on sexual body parts. Don't show nudity or intimate body parts even in case of body art or fashion. Avoid content that is sexually suggestive. Don't include content that implies sexual acts. Avoid content that depicts fetishes in action or discussing fetishes. Content about sex scandals or leaking of private intimate photos or videos is never recommended. Don't present sex-related entertainment. Don't use content that discusses intimate sexual experiences such as masturbation, intercourse or other sexual acts. Content featuring sex toys, sexual devices or other products intended to enhance sexual activity is not advertiser-friendly. Don't provide advice on sexual performance or recounting stories around performance. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.